Hello stranger! I'm back again and this time with Sunny's Face latest release which is the Face Erase. And if I'm not yet too late on the trend, I also have here the Sunny's Face Lash Lift. We'll be doing a test of the Face Erase on my oily, sensitive and acne-prone skin with also a disastrous history of overexfoliation and removal test of different makeup products. For the lash lift, aside from the wear test, we'll also explore its dual bristles and see if they make a difference sans mascara. Now, I feel like going over the lash lift first so we can remove everything afterwards with the Face Erase. Dressed in slick, minimalist style, the lash lift certainly carries that very solid Sunny's Face branding of classiness. The details at the top help give a grip when opening one of these babies, introducing you to the Too Faced wand, where they claim that one side provides curl and volume, while the other gives lengthening and definition. But of course, we don't just believe in claims, we fact-check them through application. There's a very apparent smell that I really can't pinpoint the moment you open this. It somehow smells like sampaguita, but it isn't. It's not the best smell to be honest, so don't smell this, please. Sunny's Face boasts the following key ingredients for this mascara like arginine for strengthening and shea butter and beeswax to condition the lashes. This mascara doesn't really give you that dramatic, super duper long and dark lashes, but rather it's more for an everyday natural look. It still tints the lashes pretty dark, it's darker in real life, and it doesn't clump so much in the initial coat. However, if your first coat has already settled, the next coats can make your lashes look clumped and spidery. So I wouldn't really say it's buildable. It dries pretty fast upon application and doesn't leave the lashes brittle. It's not waterproof, and later on I'll show some videos of the wear test that I did to see how it fares for a whole day of wear. Now, before I do a comparison of the two sides of the wand, here is my lashes pre-lash lift as a visual benchmark for you when I actually put the lash lift on. Without curling my lashes, for the left side, I'm gonna use the short, spiky bristles lined up in multiple rows. The wand has a slight dip for this side, but the bristles help fan out the lashes without making it look spidery. For curling, the trick is to do the zigzag motion and slow down at the middle as you apply the mascara upwards so it kind of dries while the lashes are being lifted. This wand doesn't give a definite curl, but I do notice that my lashes are a lot more lifted given that I have pretty stubborn straight lashes. Is this effect achievable in other wands? With the right technique, definitely. But this type of bristles make the application experience easier and cleaner to give a slight lift to the lashes. Now for the other side, I'll use the lengthening side of the wand where it's only one row of longer bristles evenly spaced out like a hair comb. Applying this is actually a lot more difficult. You have to be really focused to make sure you don't miss the lashes. This is more prone to clumping or dispensing too much product since it doesn't help in fanning out your lashes. It's worse when you try it on your lower lashes. I feel like I'm applying more to the air than to the hair. You get me? Overall, there's not much difference compared to the curl and volume side of the wand in terms of lengthening. My lashes on the right side isn't as lifted though. So now I feel like you can ditch the lengthening side since it's a drag to use anyway. Next, I'm gonna curl my lashes and do the same thing. I just want to see how the lash lift looks when I do my usual routine. Same thing on the left eye, I'm gonna use the curling side of the wand. This side is really easy to use and easier when the lashes are already curled. The bristles still grasp the lashes very well, coating everything evenly. For the other side, I'm gonna use the lengthening, and since my lashes are already curled, it's easier to use this side now, but still not the best application experience. Really thinking that this side of the wand is not necessary at all. You can just ignore it. With my lashes curled, I'd say they look really nice, very natural looking, but I wouldn't say this is buildable. Once the lash lift settles in, if you apply additional coats, you'll definitely see some clumping or your lashes would start to look spidery. Pro tip, apply as much coat as you want and knead while the lash lift is still wet. But the biggest pro I'd say for someone who has stubborn lashes, this does not weigh down. If you curl your lashes, you'll have it curled throughout the day. Now, usually products look nice the moment you put them on, but the verdict should happen after having it on for at least a day. So here is my wear test. Okay, so time check, it's 3:30 p.m. I have the lash lift on for like 30 minutes already, so it's pretty fresh still. I really made sure to pack it on the lashes, so that's why I can see a little bit, just a tiny bit of clumping. It's not totally clumping proof. It still looks pretty natural. Sorry for the bags. The lashes still look pretty natural, very dark but natural looking. So I'm gonna check in later and see if there's gonna be any smearing. I also put a little bit on the lower lashes. So let's see. Okay, time check, it's 5 p.m. and my left eye was tearing so bad. It was stinging and I feel like the product started smearing and got some in my eye, so it was really bad. And I feel like a lot really came off just with those tears. So now you know that it's so easy to remove this with just water or with just your tears. So if you have oily lids or if you tear up a little bit, a lot's gonna get removed. And now it's all messy. So it's 5 p.m. I mean, my right eye is fine. My right eye is fine. But my left eye, yeah. So I'm gonna fix this up. I'm not gonna add more. Time check, it's 2 in the morning, and as you can see, the lash lift here in the left side is kind of gone now. There's still a little bit, but since I got a little bit teary-eyed earlier, this is what's left. Then for my right side, my lashes are still pretty up there curled, so I guess the lash lift kind of holds lashes very well. There's a little bit of smearing here. It's pretty hot today. It's been pretty hot today, so I was kind of sweating even though I'm just inside the house. And this is what my lashes looks like. This is what my lashes look like after hours of having the lash lift on. Yeah. Overall, is the lash lift game-changing in the many mascaras of the world? Big no. I can definitely drop bare once. Is this one of the better Filipino products for mascara? Based on what I've tried, yes, solely because it does not weigh down my lashes, but admittedly I haven't tried that many local mascaras to actually create a very solid stance on this. There are many improvements that they can do for this, but I think everyone would agree that for a very humid country, this should have been waterproof. Because I'll definitely won't wear this if I'm commuting under the blazing heat of the sun. Now moving on to the face erase. Throughout my life, I have tried cleansing balms, makeup wipes, micellar water, and oil cleansers. You name it, but this is the first time I'll be trying a hybrid, which is micellar water plus cleansing oil. Coming in this sophisticated beige-toned clear squeeze type bottle, which you can control to either dispense a lot or very little of the product, is a formulation enriched with key ingredients like vitamin B5 to lock in moisture, Centella asiatica to calm and repair skin, and white willow bark extract, an active that provides exfoliation. Now, my skin is actually a survivor of overexfoliation due to wrong practices with BHA. So seeing this in the ingredient list really made me nervous. My exfoliation experience included slight skin burn, enlargement of pores, which took me a long time to repair, and even until now, it's been years, but I'm still very careful with any active or exfoliating ingredient in products that I use. But I'm gonna put a brave and fashion face here and see how this will fare out. First off, I have Estee Lauder Longwear Foundation as my base. For my cheeks, I put on Izzy & Co's Cream Blush, Sunny's Eye Crayon on my lids, Sunny's Lash Lift on my right lashes, and my Waterproof Kill Lash Mascara on my left lashes. For my brows, I'm using Everything Izzy & Co. and Sunny's Face Lip Treat on the lips. Now, the fun part. Removing everything with face erase. You can use cotton for this or just simply slather everything on your face. But not the whole bottle, okay? The important thing is, daily, you take your makeup off. Be sure to shake the ball first to mix that micellar water and oil formulation. Don't worry about the bubbles, micellar water tend to do this. Massage everything gently into your skin, but if you're using cotton like I do, it's best to let the formulation soak into the skin first before swiping to break down all the gunk on your face. You don't have to swipe harshly because this pretty much removes the makeup swiftly. You might see that my skin is a little pink after removal, but it doesn't stay that way. I didn't get any bad reaction for my skin. The micellar oil doesn't really feel slimy, if that's the right word. If you just slather everything with your hands, I do recommend using a damp cloth just so you can wipe off your makeup. But if you're using cotton, then you don't necessarily would feel the need to double cleanse with a facial wash because the formulation absorbs into the skin, so the oily feeling wouldn't really settle on top. For the eyes, make sure to use a cotton or a clean wand to really target the lashes gently. Oil formulation isn't forgiving if they get into your eyes. Trust me, I've experienced this before and a lot of tears were involved. As you can see, this removed my Sunny's Face Eye Crayon, which is waterproof/smudge proof. It was able to remove my Clio Mascara, which is also waterproof, so swiftly, and as expected for the lash lift, it was gone easily. Afterwards, I usually use a facial wash for double cleansing, but that's just my preference. Everything was removed so wonderfully. The oil residue that you get from initial application disappears after a few minutes and leaves your skin moisturized, but not greasy. If you have dry skin, this would probably be super duper good for you. Since I have oily skin, I'm surprised that it didn't end up being greasy, and after doing a double cleanse, my skin feels supple and moisturized. I've continued using this on several occasions and so far, I've been loving it. I still prefer my Bioderma micellar water because I'm still not confident with using a product with willow bark consistently for a long time. Maybe if it wasn't for that ingredient, I'd solidly use this every day. It's very convenient to use. I love that the ingredient list consists of just a few items, and this is a lot cheaper than my Bioderma. But if I compare this to other micellar water brands, I'd choose this over them since this has been gentler and more pore-friendly for me despite the many times I've used this already. Other micellar water brands have given me either acne, large pores, or stinging after a couple of usage, but Face Erase never gave me any of that so far. For 300 something pesos, this is legit approved. Buy this, ditch your makeup wipes, buy this. And that concludes today's video. I hope you guys found this video informative and eye-pleasing. I surely enjoyed shooting and editing this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time, goodbye stranger.